students, welcome to math series of class 10th. This is the second video of this series, and if you haven't watched the first video of this series, then you should watch that video which is available on the channel, so that you could understand this one easily, right? So in this video we will discuss the few formulas of trigonometry, right, using few tricks as you can see on the screen as well. Alright, so heading of today's discussion is trigonometric functions in terms of hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, as you can see on the screen as well, right? Now let us first of all we will discuss that what are these three terms that are hypotenuse, perpendicular and base. Let us draw a right angle triangle, as you can see on the screen as well, that is right angle triangle ABC. First we have to understand that what are these three terms, right? So you can see that angle A is 90-degree angle. So how will we distinguish between these three terms, among these three terms that are hypotenuse, perpendicular and base? So our basic concern is that we are to recognize that which side is hypotenuse and which one is perpendicular and which one is base. That is our main concern, and that will be used for solving the problems of trigonometric functions, right? So how will we recognize that which one is hypotenuse, which one is perpendicular and which one is base? So that is very easy trick recognizing these three terms. So first of all we will recognize hypotenuse. All right, so wherever we see the 90-degree angle, we always see this little square, don't we? We always see this little square. All right, so it will indicate us indicate towards a side. So try to make a arrow like in this way. All right, now you see where this arrow will go. It will go towards this side, isn't this so? So this side BC is hypotenuse, right? You can represent hypotenuse as H, capital H. All right, so we can easily recognize hypotenuse, and another way of recognizing hypotenuse is the biggest or the largest side of right angle triangle is the largest side of the triangle is known as what? Hypotenuse of the right angle triangle, isn't this so? So that is another way of recognizing hypotenuse in right angle triangle. Now the very basic thing and very our concern is recognizing differentiation between these two terms that are base and perpendicular. How will we distinguish between these two terms that are perpendicular and base? All right, in right angle triangle, so you can use a very basic trick recognizing base, and the third one will obviously will be perpendicular. All right, so we have already recognized hypotenuse. This one is BC. So now you will be given to theta and the angle always in trigonometric problems. All right, so try to make the arc of angle. All right, so you will be given you have recognized this one BC, that is hypotenuse, and the arc of that angle will be given to you in the problems. All right, so try to make this arc from hypotenuse. All right, hypotenuse you have already recognized, and try to make this arc in this way. All right, in this way. Now you will go towards a side that is AB, and that AB is nothing but base. So what you have to do, you have to construct, or you have to draw that arc of angle theta, which is given to you in your problems of trigonometry. And wherever you go towards a side which will be known as perpendicular base. All right, and the third side, the remaining third side, is nothing but perpendicular. All right, so you can easily distinguish between these three terms that are hypotenuse, base, and perpendicular. Recognizing these three terms is very important, otherwise you will not be able to solve the problems of first exercise of trigonometric functions, that is introduction of trigonometry, in your syllabus. All right, now moving towards a very interesting point of this video, as you can see on the screen as well, that is little patriotic song. All right, that is PBP upon HSB. How will I remember this song? That is Pakistan bhuka pyasa and Hindustan hara bhara. So how will I use this song for solving a trigonometric problem? You can easily use this very interesting trick to solve your trigonometric problems. All right, so how will I use this trick? That you can see that P upon H is nothing but sine theta. All right, this P upon H. So if we know P upon H is equal to sine theta, then what should be the formula of cosec theta? That is equal to H upon P. H upon P is nothing but hypotenuse upon perpendicular, which we have already studied in this video as well, that we have used an acronym for hypotenuse, that is H, and we have used acronym for base H as B, and we have used acronym P for perpendicular, right? So if so formula of sin theta is equal to P upon H, then what should be the formula of cosec theta is equal to H upon P? Because we know that sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta, or cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sin theta, which we have discussed in the first video of the series. If you haven't watched that video, then you should watch that one first, so that you could get this one easily. All right, so now moving to next point, that is B upon H. B upon H is nothing but cos theta. If B upon H is equal to cos theta, then H upon B is equal to sec theta, which we have studied in the concept of first and last trick. All right, now moving to next point, that is P upon B is equal to tan theta. If P upon B is equal to tan theta, then B upon P should be equal to what? Cot theta. So these are 6 trigonometric functions which we have studied in the first video as well, and now we are making sort of new formulas for those all trigonometric functions using hypotenuse, perpendicular, and base, which these all formulas will be used in the first exercise of your trigonometric exercise, that is first exercise of your unit of trigonometry, that is introduction of trigonometry. All right, now moving to next point, that is reversible concept. You are to use that concept for making a few formulas of trigonometry that you can see on the screen as well. You are to learn these all formulas using reversible concept. Now how it works, you can see that sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, and cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. So you can see that things are going in reversible pattern. That is why we call these all formulas that is why we learn these all formula using the concept of reversible pattern, right? So that you can easily learn these all formulas. Now you can see that tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. So cot 90 minus theta is nothing but tan theta. And you can see the next two one, that is sec 90 minus theta is equal to cosec theta, and the cosec 90 minus theta is equal to sec theta. Now what does it mean? Let me make kind of explanation for you. Sin 90 minus theta, let's take theta is equal to 30 degree for this formula. All right, for this one let's take theta is equal to 30 degree. All right, so put theta is equal to 30 degree in this formula, sin 90 minus 30. So that should be equal to, I have put the value of theta is equal to 30, so this theta should be 30, isn't this so? Because we have put over here theta, so this theta and this theta are same. So let me write over here cos 30. Now what does it mean? 90 minus 30 is equal to what? 60. So which means that sin 60 is equal to cos 30, which means that sin 60 is equal to cos 30. So whatever the value we get for sin 60, that will be equal to cos 30, although the value of sin 60 is nothing but root 3 upon 2. So if the value of sin 60 is root 3 upon 2, then the value of cos 30 is also equal to root 3 upon 2. We will use this concept for making table of all trigonometric functions, right? So that is why we have discussed this one before discussing the table, before discussing the table. All right, so now you can put the any value of theta, and you can understand that what value of sin theta is equal to what value of cos theta. Like you take another example, like theta is equal to 0 degree. Take theta is equal to 0 degree for the same formula, right? This one, put theta is equal to 0 degree. So what we have to write, sin 90 minus 0, which is equal to cos 0, because what the value we have put over here, that should be equal to for this one also. All right, so cos theta, we have taken theta is equal to 0, so we have put theta over here as 0. So sin 90 is equal to cos 0 degree, which means that the sin 90 degree value will be equal to cos 0 degree value, which is equal to what? 1. So we will discuss these all things in our next video, in which we will discuss very interesting and most important part of one of the most important part of trigonometric functions, and the introduction of trigonometry, we can say in other words. And in the next video we will discuss these all things again in better manner. All right, so on this note we conclude this video. Thanks for watching.